Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at SPY today on the 20th of July, and we're just going to be taking a look at how I traded it, and all these possible great entries that there were. So the whole deal. To be honest, I thought today, apart from the first, kind of segment of the day where we kind of moved up and then right away went down, I thought SPY was generally pretty nice. Of course, in the Discord every morning, we trade live from around the open to, around for a couple hours. And we just, live trade. So if you're interested in that, you can definitely join up in the Discord. But today, when we were trading in the morning, I thought we were not going to have a trade because there was just simply nothing really good about this morning. We kind of moved up. We started to chop around. There were no patient pot shot setups. There was no two-way street setups. There was no golden snipe setups. There was no setups that we usually play in the Discord. So, I didn't take anything, and nor did I alert anything. Later, we started moving down, and I noticed that we're having some better price action. We had this chop happen here, after which we kind of broke out of the chop. We had a lot of sell side pressure, and we started moving down with quite a lot of volume. When we started moving down with all this volume, I didn't just get into a trade. I didn't FOMO into anything. I was waiting for the opportunity to place a nice patient pot shot trade. All right. This happened right here. All right. This moment, there was a perfect patient pot shot setup. We broke below this level right here of support. We broke down with 183,000 volume. We had a nice pullback, which came right back to the level, had 134K volume, and then we started moving right down. Perfect. Right? Could not have been better. All right? Just like, it's literally just a perfect setup. So the thing is, a lot of people, they sit all day up to this point, and they've already lost so much money because they're trying to gamble in a place where the market is not giving them a trade. Wait for your setup and then place a trade. If the setup doesn't happen, don't take any trade. Just like right here. Okay? So after that happened, I ended live trading. I was done for the day. But I still wanted to point out a couple of different trades that did happen later on. So we had another pretty nice setup right here. We broke above with 222,000 volume. We came down, retested this level as resistance as support with a nice 113K volume. Pretty nice setup. Could have capitalized quite a bit. So if you just waited for this time, for this moment in the day, you could have made money here. You could have made money here. You could have been done with the day after this. There was no need to do anything else because there was no other setup. Up until this point, there wasn't even any lotto setup that was, so, intriguing. There was nothing. I mean, there was a couple of trendline trades here, but again, I mentioned this in Discord. I usually don't like to take them. There was choppy, so I decided to abstain from taking anything. So if you just waited for the A+ setups, you would have made a lot of money today. After this, I wanted to talk about a quick misconception right here. So, we broke above here. We came back. This candle right here was at 413. And then this level right here was at 454.08. Okay? So, the thing about these is the rules of my trading system say that if the price comes within 5 cents of your level, you take your trade. However, it all depends on the scenario. All right? In this specific scenario, I don't think I would take this trade. Now, again, this is an okay trade to take. I'm just pointing it out that I want to be really clear here. This is an okay trade to take, but I'll tell you why I probably would not take it. This hammer candle right here, where we have this massive wick on the top, and we start pulling back, does not signify a good bullish movement. Now, I know that I'm talking about this after we already kind of sort of went down. So again, I just wanted to talk about this specifically, how you can implement a little bit of pattern recognition into your trading. However, if you did take this trade, that's okay. And it's not bad. So I don't want you to think that this was a trade that you should have forecasted was not going to go your way. You should have taken this trade and you should have gone stopped out right here, right at this candle close. Maybe even a little sooner because you notice that this candle is absolutely pushing down like crazy. All right. But if you did enter here and you wanted to scale quick at this resistance, you could have also had a pretty solid trade. So if you should have scaled a little bit here because of this resistance, then you would have gone stopped out here. So I'd say this would be probably a slight losing trade in the end. You would scale a little here and then you would get stopped out in like 75% of your position. Depends on how many contracts you're playing. But if you're playing like 2 contracts here, you really want to scale one here and then stop out on the other here. I'd say after that, you'd probably be around at break even. So yeah, but in general, just wanted to show you guys how looking at a little bit of pattern recognition can help you out sometimes. After this, I have this highlighted in yellow, which is sort of a lotto. We did have a sort of trend line here, but any trend line trade is definitely a lotto, even when it's pretty clear, like it is right here. We move up right here, and we sort of have nothing else happen after that. And then we start kind of reversing pretty quickly with this double top. And then right here, I did want to mention another trade, which if you did take, it was a sort of good trade. It just didn't go your way. So I always, mention those as well. We had a good resistance. We broke above here with 85K volume. We came back with 40K volume, and, it just didn't really work out. Another thing here, we did come within 5 cents on our first candle. All right. Again, this is another rule that I'm implementing with my 5-cent rule. The reason I'm implementing this is because I've noticed that when the market is more choppy, usually the 5-second rule doesn't always work the way it does. If we're in a sort of choppy zone, and I know this is sort of subjective, but you get it from experience. When the market is sort of in a choppy zone, and you see that the price broke above a certain level, and you're looking at the patient pot chart, and then we right away start to pull back. If it does come around the 5 cent, 4 cent area, you could still consider it a 2-candle pullback. All right. And if you don't know what I'm talking about exactly right now, make sure to join the Discord because I can clarify there for you. You have to sort of know the system to understand exactly what I'm saying right now. But again, if it's sort of in a choppy zone and we break above, and you're looking at the patient pot chart, if it comes within 4 or 5 cents, you can still consider it a 2-candle pullback because I just find that in choppy zones, we often have quick pullbacks right after the initial push. We don't have enough volume to have a good push through. So if you're taking these small little pullbacks off more like micro resistance and support levels, you sort of want to also understand that the trade isn't always going to get, the pullback isn't always going to be perfect. So that's that. But that's why this trade would be good. It didn't work out, but again, not all trades do. There's another trade right here. We sort of broke through. We had 99K volume. We came back with 48K volume. But again, I kind of thought this was a lotto. We were in sort of a choppy zone for quite a while at this point. Right here, we kind of came right out of it. Here, we've been in it for quite a while. And this pullback isn't as clean as I'd like it to be. So this would be sort of a lotto. Again, after this, we started to push down. We started to pull back. Nothing really. This is another thing I'd like to talk about. So we had 118K volume. We had 151K volume. Not a good trade. There is less volume on the candle that initially pushes us into this zone than on the candle that pushes back and touches this level. All right? That's just part of the rules, and that's just something you have to understand. Yeah, that sort of covers it. I usually don't trade or recommend people trading in the last hour of the market. So yeah, that sort of covers the SPY today. I do think overall, in general, we had some pretty good price action today, which is a rare thing in our market nowadays. But we did have some pretty good, a pretty good day, I think. You definitely could have capitalized, especially right here. I'm sure I missed a couple little trend lines here and a couple little patient pod chart setups that you could have taken. But again, you don't want to be sitting and staring at the market the entire day. You usually want to pick a sort of time that you're trading, either the morning session and the middle session combined, or the middle, or you're trading the the closing session. You usually don't want to be trading for more than 2-3 hours a day. It's just my recommendation, because I feel like after that, if you've made profit, you're going to give back your profit, or if you haven't made profit, you're just going to be eager to place a trade because you've been just sitting on your hands for so long. So that's just what one thing I feel like psychologically can benefit you is taking more more time to focus during a couple hours than just spreading it out the whole day. But yeah, that kind of covers it. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you guys subscribe, like, and do be sure to join the Discord where we trade SPY. And we got a bunch of people there trading SPY. So if you're into SPY and general just blue chip stocks and trading them, do be sure to join the Discord. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.